Hi, in this video we are going to create one front-end application using React. In this application we have one button. If I click this button, it displays how many times I click this button. So in this application we are using to create React. So first we want to install Node.js. Then we creating one directory using mkdir react. Then we change the directory to our react file. So I change the directory cd react. Then if in react application we have one front end build tool, name is white. So we install the front end build tool white. If I install this in our current directory, so I give dot slash slash template. If I install white create all the files like package.json, src, index.html and other things. In package.json it have all the dependency of how we are going to create the dependencies, the react DOM, all the things it have. So if I in this file, if I run this file, it displays some contents like white plus react and counter something. In this all content, how it displays in our I have one in index.html. It have in body section it have two elements like div element and another one is script element. In my script tag I have one JavaScript file. In this JavaScript file contains all the HTML elements. In this JavaScript file put all the contents in our HTML to the root element in our div tag. In this root element display all the contents in our HTML. I have one app.jsx file. It is a JavaScript XML file. Then I have main.js. So in main.jsx I take the root element from this index.html, so I can display the contents from our application. So I take root element from this HTML to main.jsx. So I create one virtual DOM and re-enter from this application app. It is nothing but it is a component. Component is nothing but it is a function. It displays returns some HTML contents. In this HTML contents I have in my JavaScript file. So my JavaScript file returns one HTML element. So HTML content, so that HTML contents to store in our root. So that root displays our this content, our application content. So that the thing it is work. So in this using React, how we create a button, and if I click this button it display how many time I click this button. So I don't want other things, so I delete all the things. Still the main.js, okay, so I don't want this style, so I delete this. Then the CSS files also it is not for me, so I want delete all the things, so I also delete. Okay, wait karo. So I delete all the files from app.css. So okay, then the index.js is clear, main.js is okay. I want this because the app component is a function, it returns a HTML document, so I want main.js. If app.js is also not want to me, so I delete this file, things. So it returns our application what we are going to create. I have one button, so I create one button tag. So button, I give the name is counter. Okay, so see our application, it's counter, it's enable. Okay, if I want counter to add some style, so I give one class name for this. In JavaScript we declare one class, but in React we have a class name to declare a class name. So I give a class name btn to style this element. So then if I want to change the content, So I declare a variable named count for store this value. Then if I click if I also change the values of count, so if store the variable count and I have one function set count, if I click if I want to change the value, so using our set count. Use date, it is use date is nothing but it's a component, it's like a function, it used to re-enter our values. So I using use date. So the counter, I want to display counter is I want some values, so my values is stored in count variable, so I give a count. So in JavaScript we using HTML elements, we using the curly brace only, so I giving a curly brace count. So now see our application, count is 0, it is here. Then if in this I declare the button, if I click this button, it displays how many time I clicks, then what will to do. So if I create one function, that function if I call the function, it increase our value. So I create one function, that name is on click equal to on click and also I have one in this things I also contains a HTML element, so I have curly braces handle click function. Okay, handle click function. Now here you see it is all the things in HTML elements, but this file is JavaScript file. So the main reason of React is we code the HTML element in JavaScript file using JSS file only in React. This is the most advantages of React. So if I because the Babel compiler change the if we compile this file, the Babel compiler change the HTML element to JavaScript, then we using the JavaScript. So okay va, okay, then if so we declare one function. Okay, function, what the name, function name is handle click So if I click the function, if I click the button, the value is increased. So what will we declare function set count? It is used to change the counter variable. It is a function, so I call the set count function. It is it is used to re-enter the variable. So if I call the use count, it changes, it re-enter the variable. So I need not to worry on other things. Plus, okay, I also one console log how many times I compile. So I console dot something log of count, set count plus 1, I think set count plus 1. So now here we see our application. If I click, it is increase. If I refresh, it is going to 0. So in this application I have one function, handle click. So if I click this function, it going to call this function. So it called the state variable set count. I declare one variable name is count. This set count function used to re-render this function. It is the most advantages of React. In HTML in JavaScript we going to take to create a re-render and re-render the variables, and we create a function for it. But in React we using use state. We only call the use state. It call the re-render function to call our variables. Okay. If I want to the counter some style, if I want to the counter is center and its text align was changed. I am going to the CSS to add some styles. So first I take the body tag, so dot body of. So I go into the text align, so text align center. Here you see the text align is center. Then I take the class name btn to add some styles to this button, so dot btn. So first I give the height 70 pixel. Then I giving the width to this button 150 pixel. Then I give a background color. I will take the aqua. Then the font size I give font size large. Then I give the position for this button, so giving the position absolute. Then give us some top 50 pixel 50%. Then also the left, because I want the button in center of the page, so I give the top 50 and left 50 percentage. Then I save. Here see my application, my button in my center of the page. So now I click this button, it is increased. Now inspect, I go into the inspect. Here see, so console, here see how many times I clicked this button, it displays in here. If I refresh, this goes. If I click, it is increased. So this is the counter application, how to develop in React. That's it. Thank you.